Hey, Astro Baddies and Daddies, this is Winestrology, the podcast for the witchy and the bitchy. Hey, Astro Baddies and Daddies, welcome to Winestrology, the podcast for the witchy and the bitchy. I'm your host, Nicole.
And I'm Luini.
And guys, we're going to have a super cute little mini-sode with me and Winnie. We need to catch up also post Mercury retrograde because it was a fucking hot mess for me. Winnie knows that I was going through it. I disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm like, nobody fucking talked to me. Everybody's either pissing me off. Everybody is popping off on each other. And half of my technology / mainly my laptop actually, and actually Phil's laptop too, was not fucking working. I lost some of my Winestrology stuff, which made me so fucking sad. So now we're finally emerging from the depths of the hell of fucking Mercury retrograde. Mine was a shit show. How was yours, Win?
Mine was okay. Honestly,
Okay.
It wasn't Mercury retrograde, really. I think Scorpio season overall was just a disaster on so many fronts. So, like, guys, we know we missed an episode last week, and we also, like, didn't put our cute little statement out like we usually do, but you have to understand, shit was wild.
Yeah, it was.
We were not okay. I don't think anyone was okay. If there's any consolation, like, I feel like everyone was kind of going through it. But yeah, I'm glad it's over. I'm really excited for the holidays because I think that the forced cheer kind of rubs off on me a bit, even though everyone's kind of like seething below the surface.
Because the holidays are expensive, and I think everybody's kind of worried financially. I don't know.
I'm boycotting Christmas this year.
Really?
Well, it's kind of an offhand choice because I'm going to be traveling and I'm not, like, I'm spending it with my family in a way. I'm going to be with my dad and my sister, but we're traveling. We're going to be living our best life and we don't have any of the obligations of, like, the cooking or the presents or anything because usually we try to do it with more people where we have more responsibilities to make it festive and make sure that everyone's having a good time. But because my mom's away, we're kind of like, I did set up the Christmas tree with my dad this weekend, though, because I knew that if I didn't come home and do it with him, he was not about to do it himself.
Yeah. Cute.
So there's that. That's our little bit of holiday cheer, but I think part of the reason why I'm in such high spirits and a good mood is because, yeah, I'm not worried about what I'm getting everybody and anything like that. All I'm worried about is, like, what I'm gonna wear for my vacation and how many two-a-days I have to do to get my abs back in time for this trip.
Wow, so it's crunch time, eh?
It is. I mean, it's not like I'm not too far away from it. The problem is the food, and by food, it's like my sweet tooth keeps beating my ass, so I'm really, like, trying to keep that under control.
Have you, like, looked at, like, what foods would be available for you for wherever you're traveling to? Because that's, like, one thing that I would have looked at, because it's, like, do you think you'd be, like, really indulgent, or is it, like, very, like, carb heavy? Like, what's the food like?
We're going to Southeast Asia, so obviously a lot of sweets.
Yeah.
Things are super sweet there. But my dad has been to Thailand and Cambodia and Vietnam and all of those places before.
No way.
So he said that obviously food in North America in comparison, it's very bastardized here. So there is a lot of sugar just because culturally Americans love sugar. So it's used very much as like a flavor enhancer in a lot of different cuisines just because they're catering to North American people.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily what the food is like there.
Yes.
So I'm not expecting it to be that huge of a thing. Like, it's like going to Europe and everyone always says, like, They go to Europe, they eat bread, butter, and cheese the whole time, and they come back lighter.
Yeah, like they've lost weight.
Exactly. So I'm not expecting to, like, gain weight while I'm away.
Okay, then. Okay.
But we are doing food tours in, like, every city we go to.
Absolutely.
Because, yeah, my dad is absolutely like, yeah, write that into the itinerary. Thank you.
That's so cute. So you guys have everything organized.
Yeah.
Day by day. Restaurants, cool spots to see.
Yes. Thank God, because I hate planning shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do it if I have to, because I also hate not knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm not a go with the flow person anymore. I'm not like that.
Yeah, I need to know what's happening. I love being spontaneous, like a day or 2 or 3 of just, like, having no plans and going out, whatever, but I can't do a whole vacation like that.
Yeah, absolutely not. Because, like, you don't want to waste it, but also vacationing can also be really tiring. Like, there's just some days where you're always kind of on the go.
Yes.
And you just, like, want to make sure you have, like, your shit planned about, like, days and times and restaurants. And if you're going to, like, tourist places, then, yeah, it's probably going to be fucking packed.
Exactly. So what we're doing is, like, our itineraries. First 2 weeks, we're traveling a lot. Like I mentioned, we're going to a few different countries. And then our last week, we're going back to Bangkok, and then we're just staying there for an extra week to kind of, like, decompress. We're doing, like, a mini vacation from the vacation, and that last week we don't have anything planned. We're kind of just, like, doing everything on our own.
Amazing.
So yeah, that should be fun.
How many weeks are you going to be gone for?
3.
Wow. Oh my God. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna come back probably.
So that's a Christmas gift right there.
Yes. The Christmas gift is that I get to go on vacation and not have to worry about traditions.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm doing the same thing, I think, with my family and friends. Like, this year, I just want to do, like, dinner and quality time. I'm like, can we just skip the gifts this year? Because
but actually, it was like, if somebody gives a gift, they're getting fined $1,000.
They're getting fined. I better come with a gift receipt because I'm return. No, that's so mean. I actually hate when people return gifts. I think it's like, it depends. I think sometimes gifts, depending on what you're getting, it's a personal thing, and sometimes you're not always gonna get it right. But, like, I just hate when people return it, especially because I've worked in retail. There's some people where I'm just like, damn, like, you really just want the money. Like, because sometimes
I don't think you should return it, like, exchanging.
Yeah, exchanging I think is okay.
Oh my
for
God,
sure.
but people, like, just go to the store with the receipt and, like, take the money.
Yes, I've seen,
God.
or people try to argue with you because gift receipts are only for exchange or store credit, right? The refunds only have to go back onto the same card. And now, especially since it's so easy for people's cards to get scammed, and, like, you don't want your last 4 digits of your card to be out there because anything can really happen. A lot of, like, stores, their policies have, like, doubled down on that. They're like, it has to be the exact same card. Like, we're not taking a chance and just putting the money on the fucking card. So I've seen people be like, okay, well, can you just give me the money? And I'm like, okay, well,
no.
Like, I have the receipt. I'm like, you have a gift receipt that literally says on there, exchange or store credit. Like, so I can't get the money for this $300 sweater that I don't even want. I'm like, well, take it up with the gift giver.
Yeah.
Like, why are you coming here with your attitude?
Why don't you go tell them?
Yeah.
Hey, do you have the original receipt so that I can collect and pocket the money that you spent to give me this thoughtful gift?
Exactly.
Try having that conversation and then come back.
Yeah, all that attitude you're giving me, you should go give it to the person that gave you that gift.
That you don't want.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I kind of have a hot take on this topic, and I think that kind of leads me into the conversation that we're going to have today, which is a speakeasy, guys. This is a speakeasy episode, so surprise, we're not drinking wine today. Our mixologist, aka Nicole's man, made us a very special drink. Super delicious.
Yes.
What is it? It's like hibiscus infused mescaleritas.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is. It's literally a margarita, but made with a hibiscus infused mezcal that he made himself. And it's skinny too as well, because when he's like, no sugar please, because I am on a strict diet for my vacation, as she should. We support that. We're fine with that. Well, not saying as she should because I'm not calling you fat, but
I was like,
I'm sorry. But like, no, girl, like you're going on vacation. You're just like, I want everything to be right, including like diet and body. You want to take some hot
yes.
pictures.
Yeah,
I get it.
I want the body to be tea. Okay,
Yeah.
like body juice right now, but the body is gonna be tea. You'll see.
So yeah, she's super cute in pink and it's salt rimmed as well. So we're sipping on some margs today, and they taste so yummy. And I love wine, but you know, I'm allowed to change up my palate. So I'm kind of happy we're doing something a little bit different today. Winnie's halfway there though.
I know. Okay, guys, we had so much catching up to do because, like Nicole said, like we both kind of went MIA because shit was just hitting the fan.
Oh yeah.
And we, in the midst of all of that stuff happening, so many things had to be discussed between the two of us to catch up on literally that 1 week that we didn't record because it was a hot mess and all this shit happened that we had to talk about. And while we were talking, I got thirsty, so I had to sip the margarita. And then now I'm like midway through it already, and we are barely into the episode, so we're definitely gonna have to take a break and have more.
Do a refill.
Yeah, we're gonna do a refill midway through the episode. But like I said, hot takes. We're doing an unpopular opinions episode, and we're just gonna probably vent and rant a little bit and share our unpopular opinions. And leading into what we're going to talk about, my unpopular opinion is that I don't think regifting is bad.
I don't think regifting is bad either.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Rather than being obnoxious and trying to bully a cashier into giving you money that's not yours, that you didn't spend just because you don't like the gift or don't want it. When I don't like stuff or it's not to my taste, I don't try to return things. Yeah. I just re-gift them.
Yeah. I think it's better to reuse it or re-gift it. And also, I don't know, I just think that like I said before, I totally get it. Like sometimes we get gifts and we don't absolutely love it, but you also don't want it sitting in your house and collecting dust. And it's like, don't give it back to the person that fucking gave you the gift.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. Like, you have to remember who the gift was from so that you don't give it back. Because can you imagine how humiliating and disrespectful that is? Yeah, like, be smart about it.
Yeah, be smart, because I remember a few years ago, it was my birthday, and somebody gave me a gift. And I opened it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a horrendous fucking shirt. It was a shirt that I would never fucking wear. It was like a woman's button-down blouse that was white with orange, like thin, like orange pinstripes on it.
Girl, why are you giving so much detail? Like, what if this person listens to this episode?
Well, I'm so sorry, but the truth needs to come out, okay? Like, years later, I've been holding this in for so long. And it was so ugly. But I'm not going to make this person feel bad for the gift that they gave me. But tell me why the bitch didn't fucking take off the tag that said, happy birthday so-and-so from auntie whatever, whatever. And I looked at it, and I think she saw that she had re-gifted me a gift from her aunt. And it's so funny because, like, I guess she wanted to regift it, but I'm just
because
like...
Because she also knew that it was fucking ugly. But
it was so ugly. Like, I cannot believe you fucking wanted to gift it back to me. But anyways, the point is, take the fucking tag off. Like, don't be that idiot that leaves it because your poor aunt spent money on that.
Your poor...
I don't know what...
aunt with terrible taste.
I don't know what I did with that shirt. I never wore it. I can't remember if I gave it away. I can't even remember if I threw it out. It's just buried somewhere in the depths of hell where it should be, because it was literally the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But in terms of regifting, I think this is something that's really common with women. We love to like give gifts, and we'll add little small things in it. And one thing that is always given is a fucking candle. Now, I don't mind candles. I love candles, but there are some people who are like, I have too many candles.
I'm one of them.
Yes.
In case you guys are wondering, don't anybody ever gift me any fucking toiletries or a candle ever again. Thank you.
So if you ever have a candle, like if you have 20 candles from all the gifts that people have given you, you just pop it in one. You could do that too as well. That saves you some fucking money. My one gift, okay, this is going to sound really mean of me to say this, but I mean, you can't go wrong with like hand soap, but like the Bath and Body Works hand soap is like, it's overdone. But then also, I don't want you, I don't want to be that bitch. And I'm just like, well, I want Aesop because that's fucking expensive. But it's just like, anytime I get a gift from like a family member, like an aunt, I open it up and I already know, I'm like, it's a Bath and Body's work, cherry blossom, hand soap, and hand cream that I'm never gonna use.
I fucking hate that one. I hate the cherry blossom. I hate the sweet pea. I hate anything pumpkin spicy.
And the really shitty hand sanitizers that just make
your
hands
fucking
sticky.
burn you.
Yeah. That burn you.
God forbid you have a paper cut.
They just fucking make your hands so sticky. Like, oh my God.
I love how this turned into like gifts we hate. Listen,
Yes.
if I have one more thing to add to this conversation is stop. How do I say this without sounding rude? Because I just got flashbacks to when my parents bought me the most hideous coat imaginable. Stop buying people clothes that you would wear.
Yes, yeah.
Okay? Look at them, look at their personal style, and shop accordingly, or don't. Don't give people clothes. Clothes are too personal for you guys to just be like gifting shit all willy-nilly. Because the way that I've always been taught to be gracious for gifts that I receive, but I was actually pissed at my parents that year, and it showed on my face. I was mad because now you fucking offended me. How dare you think I would wear this ugly ass jacket?
Oh, fuck. Do you think they clocked it? Do you think?
Yes. My dad was like, oh, you don't like it? I'm like, do you? If the answer is yes, that should tell you all.
You know what? I totally agree with that because clothes are very personal, and like 90% of the time, like as someone that's worked in retail, like you guys literally get it wrong. When people come in to exchange clothes that are gifts post-Christmas, sometimes the customers will complain to me. And they'll be like, I don't know why my aunt fucking bought this for me. It is fucking disgusting. And in what world did she think I was an extra small? And I'm like, and sometimes they're bitching, and because like they'll be like, sometimes obviously, you know, you have like 60 days or something to do a return or exchange. But obviously
for the holidays,
there are people who don't do fucking shit on time. And depending on the situation, like I've always been pretty gracious. You know, if someone's like, hey, I'm like 2 weeks past it, but like I didn't have the time and this shirt is so ugly. Like, I don't know why my aunt got me this. And sometimes they'll hold up the sweater and I'm like, yeah, I don't know why your mom thought you were an extra small when you're like literally going to the gym and you're roided up. Like you're like a fucking grown ass man. You're jacked as fuck. And this always happens whenever they're shopping for men's clothing. They're like, this extra small looks kind of big. I think he'll get away with it. And I'm like, well, what's his size? Like, would you compare him to like a staff that works here or like our mannequins? And they're like, well, yeah, his body type's like the mannequin. I'm like, okay, well, the mannequins wear a large, babe. And if he's 6'2", I don't think you should be getting him an extra small. And they're like, but it looks really baggy. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's your fucking money and your time, not mine. You know? But yeah, clothes are just so fucking personal. So unless you know the person's style and you've done the research, and by research I mean you sneak into their closet and you look at what their size is, then just don't even fucking do it. Because the sizing is so off. Even like, I've seen people buy shoes and they're just like, yeah, like they didn't know what I was, so they just guessed that I was a size 6. If you're a size 8, you can't fucking fit. You can't squeeze into the 6. Like, do the research, people. Like, yeah. So anyways, I think clothes, unless you're really close to them, is like a no-no. I think generic gifts, like, for example, alcohol's not bad. I don't think you can go wrong with, like, a really good bottle of wine or, like, whiskey if the person drinks.
Okay, I was going to say, unless the person doesn't drink. Here's my thing. I don't like to do generic gifts I'll be the first person to say I'm not super sentimental when I gift, and because I don't have the patience to craft things, I don't make things. I have girlfriends who are so sentimental. They love to make gifts for people. I think that's amazing.
Like, what do you mean, like, make? Like, oh.
Like, they'll do, like, one of my friends once made me, like, hand-painted a picture frame of, and, like, put a picture and a poem of us.
That's really cute.
Like, stuff like that.
And you
or,
like gifts like that?
Scrapbooking. Yes, I think that's very sweet. Do I have the patience for any of that? Absolutely not. I feel like obviously it's something that's like a hobby, and by extension they like to do that for people. My sister knits, for example, and she's knitted lots of things for me. Like, she's knitted me like a little sweater vest, she knitted me a blanket, she knitted me one of those like butterfly like halter tops.
Stop, that's so cute.
So since she knits, she will knit gifts also. Like, she's a student, so it's not like her gift budget is infinite.
Yeah.
So she got away with, like, being like, oh, Mommy, can we go to Michael's? Go to Michael's, get a bunch of stuff. Obviously, my mom will pay, and that's where she'll make her gifts. Right? So I think stuff like that's really sweet. But, girl, like, everybody likes to eat.
Yeah?
And if you don't like to eat, you're a weirdo. So if you're somebody who likes to eat, like, I will always be happy to get a box of chocolates.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually true.
Like, it doesn't have to be alcohol. I'll always be happy to get a box of chocolates. I'm so one of those people that loves gift cards from restaurants.
She's a tourist. She can
Girl. Like, restaurant gift cards, I love. But because, here's the thing. The reason I don't like getting, like, toiletries and stuff is because obviously, you mentioned, like, I'm not going to ask for Aesop, but here's my next unpopular opinion. Like, I think that people should be more encouraged to make wish lists. And I know that a lot of people hate wish lists because they think it's, like, entitled and that, you know, it defeats the spirit of Christmas because you should be grateful for what you're receiving and it's the thought that counts and whatever. But I'm like, if you and 20 other people have the same thought to give me the same Bath and Body Works or, like, Winter's Candle.
The Winter's Candle.
Hey, Winter's has good candles.
They do, though, yeah.
But, like,
but you have, like, 20 of them.
Exactly. So the thought is just going to be taking up space in my apartment.
Yes, yeah.
Because also, guys, like, it's not like girls are just out here burning candles every single day. And if you are, like, shout out to you. Good for you.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm not burning candles every day.
Yeah.
So it takes me quite a while to actually burn through a candle, and these are big candles.
Yeah, because nobody wants to buy you, like, a stinky little mini one.
Exactly.
Like, they're going to buy you a 3-wick one that's, like, a size of a brick.
Guilty getting the small candles, which I would actually prefer. So if you are going to double down on getting me candles for any occasion, please buy the small ones, because I like those ones, because they actually end.
Yeah.
I have candles that are years old, because also I'm the kind of person where I might like this scent today, but in a month or two, if I keep burning it, it's going to make me nauseous and I'm not going to want to use it anymore.
Yeah. And then also, like, candles are seasonal for some people. So, like, are you going to burn your cinnamon pumpkin spice candle in the summer? I'm sure there's people who do that, and if you want to, that's fine. But I am that annoying person where I do like to do it seasonally. So, like, anything that, like, smells like gourmand, like anything that smells like dessert, pumpkin, cinnamon, vanilla, it's gonna be burning during, like, fall and winter. And then when spring comes around, I have, like, the more sweeter stuff, or the more floral, the ones that are supposed to smell like linen, like those fresh and clean ones.
Yes.
You know? So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and in the winter, you burn, like, those teak and cedar and fucking balsam and all that other bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think that, but I know a lot of people who hate wish lists. Like, they're just like, oh, this is unrealistic, and I get it. I remember the last time I saw this discourse last year was because there was a bunch of young girls, I think, like, in their tweens, you know, 12, 13, 14, around that age, making Christmas wish lists. And they had all of these outlandish things. Like, they wanted, one thing that people kept, like, going off about, they're like, what does a 12-year-old need, like, the glow recipe serum for?
Yeah, why does she need, like, retinol and drunk elephant? Like,
Yes. And I get it, obviously. But that's why it's called a wish list. And I am sure
not all wishes come true. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely
You don't have to
not.
get
You're
it for
not
them.
fucking using retinoid at 12 years old. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck on. But it's called the wish list. So you have multiple items on that list that you can purchase and buy, right? It doesn't have to be one certain thing. So, yes, I feel like, you know, because I love making lists and I'm super into manifestation, you know, like, closed mouths don't get fed, so why not put into the universe that you want a bottle of, what's a really expensive perfume? Baccarat Rouge or something.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so nice.
I actually hate that perfume.
Really?
You know what's so funny? One of my coworkers was like, I personally, like, I used to really like it, but then, you know what ruined it for me? I got a dupe from Oil Perfumery. And first, it smelled very, like, on par with the actual scent. But as it macerated, it went off.
Oh.
And it got, like, way too, like, candy-like for me. And now it just, like, ruined the scent for me in general. But one of my coworkers was just like, I hate that smell. And I was like, why? And he's just like, it smells like people that don't tip.
I fucking can't.
I'm like, of course they don't, babe. They spent all their money on Baccarat Rouge.
Yeah.
Because that fucking perfume's expensive.
I mean, I fucking get that. It's funny because I actually threw some of my perfume out. Well, I didn't throw it out. I gave it away recently because, I don't know, I guess, like, my perfume scent has changed. And I was smelling them and I was like, oh, I can't believe I used
that too.
I can't believe I used to fucking wear this. I don't want to, like, I used to be obsessed with YSL Black Opium. That was, like, my fall scent because I like to have perfumes for each season. And I was like, I haven't, like, touched this in so long. I sprayed it and I said, absolutely not. I cannot believe I used to wear this. Like,
Black
oh my God.
Opium, Victor and Rolf, Flower Bomb, Dior, Hypnotic Poison, like, yeah, I can't do those anymore.
Yeah, no. So I gave it away. I was like, I gave it to my mom and my sister. I was like, if you guys want this, you can have it. And they're like, yes. But I was so shocked. I was like, there's no way I used to love this and wear it all the time. And then, yeah, just a few years later, I was, like, judging myself so hard. I'm like, ew. I would never wear this ever again.
But I think your sense of smell just matured a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Your olfactory tastes have evolved.
Yes.
I feel the same now because I've recently been getting into fragrance again. And obviously, you know, with my Aquarius moon, I'm just like, well, I can't just be buying a generic perfume and Sephora or something. I need to find something niche and unique. Which, like, guys, at the end of the day, it's all the fucking same. Seriously, like, I'm gonna say this because I went super heavy on my little, like, fragrance excursion adventure, and I spent a lot of money on fragrances last year. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I recently revisited the one that I'm wearing today, which was my first big fragrance purchase, like, big girl fragrance purchase, and, like, honestly, worth every fucking penny.
Which one is it?
It's called Van Ecstasy by Lorenzo Pazzalia. He's an Italian perfumer. He used to be a chef, and that's his whole thing. He was a chef, and now he makes fragrances. So he has, like, really strong gourmands, which I love. I love a gourmand. Like, I'm a basic vanilla girly to the death.
Yeah, I love vanilla. Oh my God, I
Yes.
just want to smell like a fucking dessert. Like,
Yes, me too. So I love a gourmand. This Van Ecstasy was my favorite. I did the thing where I bought, like, a discovery set And then I just, like, I bought a vanilla discovery set, smelled all of the vanillas, and this was the one that stood out the most to me, that I liked the most. Not just because it was super strong, it's an extrait de parfum, so it has a higher oil concentration of fragrance than a normal, like, eau de parfum or eau de toilette. What I loved about it the most was just, like, the bottle. So I feel like fragrance is really an experience in every sense, because the bottle's nice. You love how the bottle feels in your hand. It's like a really heavy weight, and the lid is also super heavy, and it's cute. It has like an owl engraved in it. And then obviously the scent, how it feels in your hand, how it looks, everything was like 10 out of 10 for this fragrance, so I bought it. But now that I'm kind of like scaling back, because of course, what happens when you spend a lot of money on something? I'm one of those people. Some people are like, I spent all this money, I'm gonna wear it all the time. I'm gonna have my fucking like $3,000 purse on me at all times. Yeah. Whenever I spend a lot of money on something,
I'm very protective over it.
I don't want to wear it.
Yeah, I'm the like, exact same way.
What if something happens? What if it falls? Yes. What if it gets dirty? What if it gets snagged somehow? What if somebody snatches it from me? And with a fragrance, I'm like, what if I use so much and then it finishes and then I have to buy it again?
Yeah. So it's only for special occasions.
Literally.
Yeah.
But this was supposed to be my everyday scent. But now I'm just like, fuck it. My everyday go-to scent, Fleur Heavy Cream.
Ooh.
It does the job and it lasts all day. And that's what matters.
That's the most important thing for me, a perfume that lasts all day. Because there's some perfumes where I really like them and I'll get like a sample and I'll spray it just to test the longevity, and I will be shocked sometimes that I'm like, okay, I want to buy this bottle. It was $200 at Sephora or wherever I want to get it, and it hasn't even been 3 hours and the scent is gone.
Yeah, I hate that.
And I'm like very deliberate about where I like to spray my perfumes too, so that's the thing for me. I'm like, it doesn't fucking last. So yeah, sorry. I don't care how wonderful something smells and how beautiful the bottle is. If you are not lasting all fucking night, like, I still want to smell my perfume on me the next morning. Like, I still want to. My favorite thing is when I'm putting on a sweater, like I'm going out and I'm like putting on like my shirt or like a cute jacket that like I put on a month ago, and I finally like slip it on. I'm like, oh, I can still smell my perfume.
Yes.
Oh, so nice.
That's great. But yeah, so
wish list, yes.
Yeah, all that to say, normalize a wish list.
As somebody with earth placements, I feel like this is like an earth placement thing. Like, I think like earth signs love their lists. They love like their notes. They love recording and organizing. And I think wish lists should be done for like birthdays, or if you guys are doing like a secret Santa, you're just like, hey guys, like here's like a wish list for the person, so we can like narrow it down. Makes things fucking easier and everybody's happier.
And especially if you have a friend group where you're all friends.
Yeah.
What you guys can do is make sure that, like, if you see something super expensive on the list, it's like, okay, how about instead of getting all individual things, everybody pitches in for like the one expensive thing on the list, and get that as a gift from all of us. You know what I mean? And then, you know, I'm sure most people know that, you know, a wish list is a wish list for a reason, and they're not expecting you guys to pull up and get the most expensive thing on it. But if you all chip in and you do it, you're gonna blow that person's mind.
Yeah. I just think it takes the load and the work off. It's just easier for everybody, because sometimes gift giving can be really hard and sometimes you overthink it.
Yes.
And I'm the type of person where if I overthink something too much, then it just doesn't even get done, and I don't want to be that person that doesn't do a task or doesn't show or doesn't pick out the thing I was supposed to do or get a fucking gift. Like, what the hell? I don't want to feel shitty about giving my friends gifts, so I think we should normalize the wish lists.
Yes.
I like that unpopular opinion. So for me, let's see. I think that this is a unpopular opinion. But for me personally, I haven't met anybody yet. I'm sure they exist, but anytime I'm like in like my friend groups or like we're talking about TV shows, I have yet to meet somebody that agrees with me on this. And I'm just going to say it straight up. I think the TV show Friends is fucking overrated. I think it is absolutely boring. I do not like the cats. I do not like the one-liners from Chandler. I do not like the laugh tracks. I think it is a boring TV show.
Damn bitch.
Don't tell
like,
me you like
went
it.
And no, I don't like Friends.
Okay.
But, you know,
But everybody loves it, and I feel like I'm always the weird one saying that I don't like it because nobody agrees with me.
Here's the argument that I'm going to make for Friends, just to, like, play devil's advocate, not because I actually liked it, because even when I was growing up, I never saw the appeal. I was never... I don't know. I was never entertained by it. But I think Friends is a very of the time kind of show. So I understand the appeal that it had at the time that it was popular and why it was popular during that time.
Yes.
Watching it now in 2025, am I impressed by any of this? No. Growing up and watching it, was I impressed by it? No. Because I just, like, I didn't understand the humor or the cultural references so much, but that's because, like, my parents emigrated here when I was 8. You know, I didn't grow up in Canada, like, during my formative childhood years. So I kind of came in as a little kid, as an 8-year-old, and had to, like, find my footing with the cultural... in the cultural moment of that time. And as a little black girl, the sitcoms that I was watching was not Friends.
Yeah.
I was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? Like, I was watching A Different World. I was watching The Cosby Show. And for, like, drama shows, like, if I'm watching reruns, I was watching, like, Beverly Hills 90210. Yeah. But when I tried to watch Friends, because, you know, I also lived in very multicultural neighborhoods, and I was not really around white people that much.
Yeah.
I'm watching Friends, and, like, the humor is just not landing to me because, again, the references, the cultural references being made are not things that I would previously be privy to the way that I understood the jokes in Fresh Prince.
Yes.
And related to them, right?
Yeah.
So I never got it. I know that, like, Friends has a chokehold on millennials, and especially the older millennials, Gen X, older millennials, those people who are, like, growing up in the moment watching this show and can revisit it now and still and kind of have, like, that nostalgic effect on them because it takes them back to a time where they were watching that and it was very current and of the moment.
Yeah.
I understand why people are so attached to it in that sense. But me, because I never had that relationship with it back then when it was on, and at that point, at our age, because we have to remember, Friends came out in the 90s and while we were growing up. So we were not the target audience for that show.
Yeah.
So we're not as attached to it as the people who were teenagers watching that show and still love it now. So, yeah. But I completely agree with you because there are certain shows that I can still watch. Like, I don't care how old I am. I can watch
Prince, like
Fresh
you just
Prince,
said. Yeah.
and it will still hit. That show is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it still holds up.
It does.
Think it's so funny.
Even, like, Saved by the Bell. The humor was super corny.
Yeah.
But it still held up. But, like, Friends was very much, like, white peopling to me. So, you know, I gave it the odd chuckle here and there.
Yes.
You know, like, I'm not saying I'm sitting there deadpan watching this show, but it's not something I would seek out. Just like Frasier. Frasier is objectively funny. Am I gonna go out of my way to watch Frasier? No.
I definitely don't, because I remember, so when Friends was airing at that time, there would be Frasier, and then there would be Seinfeld.
Yes.
So that was, like, the trifecta of, like, sitcoms. Like, you'd be, like, watching that.
Yes.
I never got into Seinfeld. I think I was just too young, and the jokes didn't land for me. They were just too
But
grown.
I thought Everybody Loves Raymond was funny.
I never got into that Everybody Loves Raymond.
It was funny.
Was it? Is it
Yeah.
just like this poor boy suffering?
No, everybody loves Raven.
Oh, that's Everybody Hates Chris.
Yes.
Sorry.
Everybody Hates Chris was hilarious.
But Everybody Loves Raymond, yeah, I didn't get to that. But I really did like My Wife and Kids. I don't
loved
think that's
My Wife and
90s.
Kids.
I do think it's early 2000s.
Yeah.
But it was so fucking funny. I'm
Oh my
I'm
God.
rewatching
Junior
it.
and his big head.
It is so
I was
funny.
roasting Junior and his big ass head.
So funny. But you know what? It's funny that you say that because when I was younger, I do remember watching Friends, and I think that I
Did you
did
still
like
not
it.
like it?
I remember,
You did like it.
I think I did like it. I remember always talking about it, and I don't know if it was during COVID. I don't know if it was before or after, but there was a resurgence of Friends. Like, it got kind of popular again.
Oh yeah,
when
like
they put all the seasons
had
on
the
Netflix.
Nostalgia,
Yes.
kick.
Yeah, exactly. And so everybody got into it, and everyone was talking about it. So I was
And
like,
that's
oh
when you decided that you hated it so much.
well, because I rewatched it, and I was like,
you're like, this
oh,
is cringy.
it is. And then it just also bothered me that it's just about all these people who are friends living in New York, and we're kind of watching them navigate their lives and their friendships and dating, and there wasn't a lick of diversity in there. Like, are you fucking kidding me? In New York City? Like, really? You can even have the fucking cashier at the coffee shop that you're always at be a person of color?
You just gave me my next unpopular opinion, but I feel like the reason why shows like Friends and like Fresh Prince worked for the most part was because of the lack of diversity, and was because things were largely segregated.
Oh,
I know.
Wow.
I know
Well,
that's not
it's
a
fun-
popular opinion.
Well, I think that's funny you bring that up too, because a lot of people say Friends fully copied Living Single, which is
Yes,
also
which came out like a year before.
Yes, exactly. And while making my notes, and I came across this, I was like, yes, I've heard this before, and I think after this, I think I want to like actually fully watch Living Single, because I never
Living
did
Single was
watching it.
actually funny.
That's what everyone said. Everyone's like, it's actually funny, and they actually like the issues and the topics that the best friends that are all black are kind of navigating and going through. And one thing that I feel like with Friends is that I think they all have boring personalities, and I just don't remember a lot of character growth. I just feel like everybody just stays flat and stays the same the entire fucking show. And I'm just like annoyed because I was thinking about that. And then I'm watching a show right now. It's a cartoon. It's an adult. This is when cartoons used to come on late at night. It was considered Adult Swim, but I'm watching
Stripperella.
King of the Hill.
Oh, I love King of the Hill.
And
Oh my god,
how
I love
is it that
Bobby Hill.
how is it that Hank, literally a conservative, a very traditional man, has better fucking moments, and you see these wholesome moments that he has with Bobby and his family, and the things that, like, so much more better than fucking Friends. This is a fucking cartoon. Like, Hank, you get annoyed by him, but eventually I was like, oh my god, like,
Can we pause for a second?
Okay.
Do we think Joseph had a crush on Bobby?
Who's Joseph?
The neighbor. Where his mom clearly conceived him with John Redcorn.
Yes. No, do you think?
Bitch, because my friend and I were talking about this because she's watching the reboot. And
Oh, have you watched the reboot, by the way?
No, don't
Okay.
spoil anything for me.
Oh, okay. I
But-
haven't. So
okay.
that's why I wanted to review. I was like, "What's your rating?"
I was just like, Joseph was always so jealous of Connie and Bobby.
Yes,
and it was
yes.
not because he wanted Connie for himself. And I get it. Like, he's probably, like, navigating his teenage hormones and feeling left out because his best friend likes a girl.
Oh.
But I'm just like,
Okay, so I'm gonna like look out for that when I'm watching it, because I did notice like
tension.
the tension. Thank you.
Yes. Like, I
I'm
get
like,
it.
that's-
Like, you're, but it's not like, I get the jealousy aspect because, you know, like, when you spend a lot of time with somebody, you don't want them to spend more time with another person or whatever. But it's not like Joseph ever had his, like, little moment where he was into girls.
Yeah. But you know what, too, on another note, I think this is something that's really common within male friendships in general. You see it, I think, in, like, childhood and even especially in adulthood, where, like, a guy's best friend, if his best friend starts dating a woman that, like, they're in a healthy relationship and they actually love each other and she's actually a really nice, likable person, that guy is gonna get fucking jealous. I have seen so many men get jealous that their best friend has a girlfriend. And they're just like, you know what, men, you deserve better. She's a fucking bitch. Why is she always coming around? Blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, nobody has a problem with her except for you.
Are you in love with him?
Yeah. So maybe it does actually prove your point. Never mind. I said. Maybe I just proved your point.
No, like, I am fully of the mind that, like, unless that man was the one who, like, set you guys up and introduced you, like, your boyfriend's friends are your ops.
Yes.
Don't fucking trust them.
Yep. I agree.
They are, like, even the ones that are super nice to your face, keep your eyes peeled, girl. Like, you don't know what's going on behind your back.
And you know what's one thing I've noticed too is that I think we've all, like, most women have experienced this. Like, I've experienced this where, like, when a woman breaks up with a guy, his best friend
are the first ones to slide in the DMs. Yep.
Yeah.
Had that happen multiple times.
And I'm just like, oh, so clearly all those times when I saw you checking me out, it wasn't just in my fucking head. Like, you actually wanted your best friend's girl.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, sometimes it's because they're in love with the best friend, but sometimes they just want you.
It's one or the other. It's a fucking toss-up. You never know. Is the best friend in love with his best friend or his best friend's fucking girlfriend? Oh, my God. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, there was this one debate on Twitter, like, a couple of weeks ago where people are dropping their 2 cents, or not Twitter, TikTok, and people were talking about, like, how this topic went viral of women being like, oh, if my best friend cheated on her boyfriend, I would stop being friends with her. And I was just like,
why though?
What part of the game is that, bitch? What kind of friend are you?
Yeah.
Because, and one of the things that a lot of people brought up, they're like, not only are these men not ever stopping being friends with their homeboy who cheats, but they're actively in the fucking field encouraging that motherfucker to cheat on you.
And they're lying for him. When you decide to text your man's best friend and be like, hey, like, haven't heard from so-and-so, like, do you know where he is? Yeah, I'm with him. Oh, yeah, he's having an overnight shift. Oh, yeah, blah, 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 this and that. They're fucking lying and covering. They're making sure that their boy's cheating in peace.
Yes. Not only are they not saying anything, but they're covering his tracks and helping facilitate the cheating and bringing the bitches that they want him to cheat on you with around into his vicinity to make sure he cheats on you. But I'm supposed to break up with my homegirl because she cheated on her man that's probably cheating on her?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
So let me guess, she got eaten up.
Oh my God, yeah, no, like, I'm on the right, because I use the wine astrology page to do my scrolling, I know that we are on the right side of the algorithm because all of the videos I saw, I was like, not only am I not gonna tell my friend's man that she's cheating, but I'm driving her to her dick appointment, I'm picking her ass up, I'm grabbing snacks on the way to make sure that she's nourished, you know, after it's
giving her those electrolytes, that Gatorade.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got so mad. There was this one video that went super viral on this girl. She was just like, it's about having integrity. I'm just like, you want your friend's man, and that's why you want to tell him that she's cheating, because you want him. Because
you want him, so you want him to be treated right, because how dare she treat the man that you want, that she stole from you like that.
Exactly. It's like, you want that man, bitch. Like, be fucking for real. And I was like, I got so pissed off, and I'm like, honestly, I'm contemplating, like, at this point, because you bitches are so fucking dumb out here talking bullshit, I'm at the point where I'm just like, I'm gonna stop being friends with girls if they don't cheat on their man. If you're not cheating on your man,
you're not doing,
like, because you guys want to be done, oh, she cheats on him, I'm gonna tell him. First of all, it's none of your fucking business. I'm not saying, like, we're clearly joking, like, I'm not saying that I'm gonna facilitate it, but, like, if the man deserves it, I will absolutely be there encouraging her to do it. But most mostly I'm gonna mind my fucking business. Like, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, at the end of the day too, it's like I don't want to participate in the drama, but do I absolutely want to be the first one to know?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And because also, like, women are not like men, so most of the time we're not just jumping in the sack with anybody. Like, a man is contemplating cheating the minute a woman walks in the room and his dick jumps a little.
Yep, that's actually
He's just
true.
like, oh my god, like, am I in the wrong relationship?
Yeah.
Immediately. I know that if my girl cheated, there is some shit that got her to that point, and I want to know what it was.
Well, we were talking about this before we started recording, but yeah, like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie. Do I know women that have cheated on their boyfriends? Yeah. Did I keep my mouth shut? Absolutely. But when the boyfriend found out, do you think he left? No, he got his fucking shit together. Because that's the thing. A lot of the times when my friends have cheated, they will say, they're like, I did not feel emotionally satisfied. It had nothing to do with the fucking looks. It had nothing to do with the money. Sometimes it could be money. But usually it's like, because I felt so
Neglected.
emotionally starved, like, wouldn't respond to my texts, never fucking got me flowers, would never get me a birthday gift, and just took me to like some random restaurant last minute, never got compliments, words of affirmation from them, nothing. So, you know, sometimes why people cheat is different, right? Sometimes it could be physical, sometimes it's people who are just like, I didn't feel emotionally satisfied in my relationship. I felt so emotionally starved. And sometimes when the boyfriend finds out, they're just like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to get my shit together. I'm going to get my act together. And they're on there making sure that their girl is getting flowers on a Friday, for Valentine's Day, birthdays, Christmas. I'm going to be taking you out for brunch.
Telling her she looks good.
They get it together.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
If anything, they're better than before. Sometimes it's a lesson.
Right, it's just like, okay, like, now not only do you realize, because here's the thing with men that really grinds my gears about them, is just like, okay, you wanted your girl, you pursued her, she finally like let her walls down, gave you the time of day, and then now you think your work is done. But they're literally shocked Pikachu face when you pop out and you show them that you really don't need to be in this relationship, but that there's plenty of other men out there who are willing and able to do not just what he was doing, but more, and offer more.
Yes.
And they literally get so shook when they're just like, oh my god, there's competition. And it's like, bitch.
There's always competition.
There was literally,
and the competition doesn't
lucky.
stop. The competition doesn't stop when we're together.
You just got lucky that she chose you, but doesn't mean that the other men cease to fucking exist.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, too, is like, men forget how desperate and patient some men can be, because I have literally seen some women, I've had men still 5 years later, still in my fucking DMs being like, I want to take you out. I'm in a relationship. I fully have a man. But there are still men who are just waiting. They're just waiting for the downfall of your man so that they can fucking snatch you up. Like, literally, like, there's always that one guy that's talking to himself in your Instagram DMs being like...
We're gonna swing back. Oh my god. Ugh. We're swinging back to the fucking fact that, like, men never even realize that, like, it's literally your homeboys are plotting your downfall.
Yeah.
Because I have never been in a single relationship where the breakup happened and the homeboy didn't try to slide in, like,
Yep.
what's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I used to think you hated me,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm finding out that you were just waiting for your turn.
Mm-hmm. If you're listening to this, I'm sure you've experienced that. We're not trying to brag. We're just, like, actually talking from experience, where it's like,
Yep.
men are waiting in the dark for their boys'
Waiting
downfall.
in the wings. They're watching, like we said, some of them are watching with, you know, venom in their eyes because you took their spot, but the other ones are watching their boy actively fuck up and literally, like, in the back, like, Birdman hand rub, like, yes, let's, son, like, fumble that. I'm gonna get in there. Like,
Yeah.
they're fucking ready.
You know what? I haven't experienced this like through my friends, but this is something I've seen a lot on the internet where people are like, yeah, like my boyfriend treated me like shit, he cheated on me, or I left him, and then I ended up dating the brother. Have you ever seen like those Reddit posts
That's
or like
so
TikToks?
messy.
Yeah, that's really fucking messy.
That sounds like some white people shit.
Yeah, where like I've seen people be like, me and my girlfriend broke up and now my brother's dating her, or like my cousin. Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm telling you, they're coming for her. Oh my fucking god.
I love that though. It was like, see, somebody else in the vicinity like peeped your worth from the start.
Yeah, exactly. So the point is, ladies, to never settle, because there's someone out there that wants it that bad and will do it better.
If he wanted to, he would, and if he won't, someone else will.
Exactly, that's the motto. That is the fucking motto. That kind of like, I mean, this was not like kind of on my list, but this is something that I do like think about. I don't know if this is like an unpopular opinion, but like, I can't help but feel like sometimes people use religion as like a coping mechanism.
I think that is a fairly neutral opinion. Like, I don't think it's unpopular enough, because I feel like a lot of people do share that opinion and share it.
Yes.
But is it well accepted among religious circles? No.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely not. But, you know, I know we kind of bring up TikTok a lot in social media, but it's so interesting to see what happens on different social medias in the context of our social climate. So, did you hear that story a couple of weeks ago? This was trending on Twitter. This woman was calling in to churches in the U.S.
Yes, girl.
So she had a track of a crying baby in the background as she's calling these churches.
Yeah.
And saying that her baby's hungry, it hasn't eaten for a couple of hours, and she ran out of formula, and is there anything that these churches can do to help? And the vast majority of the churches denied her and turned her down. Now, the interesting part about the whole thing was that the majority of the Christian churches turned her away, but I think it was like a Baptist church, a mosque, and another black church. I don't remember if it was Baptist. It was another Christian denomination. I don't remember. And like,
did she ever call a mega church? Do you know?
She called a few, and of course they all were like no, or were just like, well, there's paperwork. You have to go through a process and apply to be accepted for aid or considered or whatever.
Yeah.
But what happened after was even worse, because after these churches got caught refusing aid to a young mother and her hungry baby, you know, since they're preaching that abortion's evil and you're going to hell and you're murdering babies, but here's a hungry baby for you to help, and you don't have it in your heart or your budget, apparently, to render aid to this baby.
Yeah.
That you want to forcibly have women birth. A lot of those churches then went to their congregations and started talking shit about this woman.
Yes, and trying to defend their actions.
Not even defend their actions, but
she
trying to incite violence against
that
her.
I didn't see.
Calling her a witch, saying that she's literally of the devil, and using dog whistles to turn their congregation against this woman, to deflect from the fact that, okay, it was a hoax, yes, but the point of the hoax And I think that people are missing, because a lot of people are defending the church. Well, if it was fake anyway, why does it matter? It's just like,
It's a social experiment, idiot.
literally.
It was to prove a fucking point, and she proved the fucking point.
Yes,
Like,
she proved the point that churches, as non-tax institutions that are supposed to pay for the fact that they don't get taxed by contributing to the community and showing their value in the community that way, are refusing to help community members.
yeah. Oh, I saw a couple of videos of them being like, if she would ever come near our church, she will be dealt with. Like, I'm just like...
Yeah, like, what do you think that means?
Yeah. But, like, why didn't you help someone that was in need? Like, a starving mother. A baby. And, yeah, I agree. I get annoyed when some people are like, well, it was fake, so it's not, like, what does it matter? It's just, like, because if there was someone in need, this is what their initial reaction would have been.
Yes.
Exactly.
You fucking idiots.
Yeah. Ugh. It's just like, oh yeah, religion is such a very, like...
It's very touch and go, because
yes.
I always have to tell people, I know that listening to this heathenist podcast with astrology, I sound like such an atheist, but I'm actually not an atheist, and it's wild because, like, my dad's a full atheist. He's just like, God's not real.
Really? Wow.
And he's always been very upfront about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when I called him a hypocrite because I didn't want to go to Catholic school,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, no, you're going to the Catholic school because we want you to learn good morals. And I was just like, you don't believe in religion.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I may not believe in religion, but I do believe in the positive values that you're going to learn at this school.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
so have you ever had that conversation with him after, like, being like, do you think that I wouldn't have learned good morals if I wasn't in a Catholic?
No, he just wanted me to go to a school where I wore a uniform.
Oh my fucking god, your dad is so funny.
And the public school did not have that, so... But...
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was always scared of public schools, though.
Why?
Well, because anytime I met someone from a public school, they were always fucking rowdy. Even if... You know how many people went to a Catholic school and literally didn't believe in God? They were just there because their parents?
Yes,
but even
that was most of us.
But then I would see these kids from the public school, I'm like...
They're like, maybe mommy and daddy were right.
I'm safer over here. That's the ghetto. Because I'm like, you guys are fucking wild. The shit that you're wearing, the way that you're acting, like...
The ghetto!
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But, like, public school, anytime I met someone from public school, I would meet somebody, they would do some dumb shit, and I'd be like, what school did they go to? Public school? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my god. And I mean, the only upside about going to Catholic school was that I literally didn't have to think about what I would have to wear for school. That was, like, the only plus side.
But I hated that.
But the uniform is fucking ugly.
Yeah, the uniform's ugly and uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I thought I was going to be an atheist like my dad, but I'm actually not. I do believe in God, but I just don't ascribe to religion because I don't think it is man's, and I definitely emphasize in man as in men's place to govern another person's spirituality because they are so fucking fallible.
Yeah.
I was like... I'm supposed to believe the shit that was in the Bible that men wrote by men for men.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to ascribe to that.
I agreed by that.
And
so that's inherently already flawed.
Yes. And then have that govern how I conduct my relationship with God. No, thank you.
Yeah. And then conduct how I dress, how I behave with my how I interact with my sexuality or sex. All these unpopular opinions, they're fucking unpopular for a fucking reason. Okay. I think for my last one, tell me how you feel about this. But, I mean, like, I think there's, like, some debate on it. I think it's, like, from what I've seen, like, maybe, I don't know if I would say 50-50, but I do not think plastic surgery is feminist. I don't.
Oh my god.
Do you?
Okay, explain.
So I want everyone to know that, like, I'm not anti like surgery in the sense for like anyone that needs it for like gender affirming surgery or like for transition. Um, but so there's this quote when I was like doing my little bit of research for this. I have this quote that I read from Margaret Atwood, and it really got me thinking. And I haven't read this book, so don't get mad because I do want to read it. But she talks about, so this is the quote. It is from The Robber Bride. This is Margaret. Oh, really? Because I want to read it.
I did it for my independent study in grade 11.
So The Robber Bride is Margaret Atwood's book that is inspired by The Robber Bridegroom, okay? Which is supposed to be a tale from the Brothers Grimm, which is about like this evil groom that lures 3 maidens into his lair and kind of like devours them one by one. I'm so shocked I haven't read it yet, and it's actually on my bookshelf. I have like a book that has like all the Grimm's fairy tales, so I think I will definitely read this. I didn't get time before the podcast. But she talks about this. This is the quote. She says, "We're always even pretending you aren't catering to male fantasies is a male fantasy. Pretending you're unseen, pretending you have a life of your own, that you can wash your feet and comb your hair, unconscious of the ever-present watcher peering through the keyhole in your own head. If nowhere else you are a woman with a man inside watching a woman, you are your own voyeur." And when I read that, I was like, oh my God, do we all have this internalized male gaze and that we are all operating underneath this male gaze, and that even though we think we have broken free from it, have we actually? And I know that a lot of people think that plastic surgery is feminist, and I used to think of that because of how they would talk about how it's choice feminism, okay? So choice feminism is a subsection of feminism where the action or a choice that a woman makes is inherently feminist, right? Because she's making that choice. But then I had to think about it, and I was like, I don't think that I agree with that. But you look like, do you agree with that? Surgery is feminist choice?
I think so, only if it is your choice. Here's the thing, that a lot of people need to be honest about why they get surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many women who get procedures and they're just like, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for myself. We need to be honest and admit that a lot of the time you're doing it for attention. Mm-hmm. You're doing it because you want to be considered attractive. Yes. Whether that is to attract men, mm-hmm. because you are attracted to men, or mm-hmm. sometimes you could be a lesbian and get your fucking boobs done.
Yeah.
Because you want other women to admire your body and think you have nice boobs and be attracted to you as well.
Yes.
Right? So I think that this is a really complicated conversation to have.
For sure.
Because I really don't think that a lot of people would undergo surgery and put themselves through that, because surgery is it's traumatic.
It's traumatic, it's expensive, it's painful. Like,
yes, if you have to undergo anesthesia, get fucking bones in your face broken, to have your nose reset, yeah, to look a certain way, have your boobs cut up and have something shoved into your breast cavity to make them bigger, yes, etc., etc. Like, this is a traumatic event, mm-hmm. and then you have to heal from that. So I don't think anybody ever does that without considering what the benefits will be. So yeah, like, if you're somebody who considers themselves unattractive and you got surgery, mm-hmm. the benefit will be that you will now be considered attractive. And we know, like, I'm not gonna undermine or discredit the things that some women say about how they're treated before and after they get a procedure or before and after they lose weight.
Yeah.
There is a difference in how people treat you based on how attractive they perceive you to be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
especially under the patriarchy, like, beauty is currency, right?
it is, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it is a choice because most of the time, unless somebody is funding it for you and you have to do it, you're the one who has to work, save the money, get the consultation, go through the entire thing to do the procedure because you chose to. But at the end of the day, would you be really doing that if you didn't feel like you had to in order to gain something?
Yeah.
No. So I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's hard.
No,
because I've never thought of it as being feminist or not. I always thought of it as just being something that you want to do and then you do, or you don't care to do and you don't.
Yeah, and I totally agree. Like, it's so hard because it's just like, for so long, like, there were just like things that I wanted to do, like, that was like plastic surgery, and then you think about how plastic surgery, I think, is okay. First things first, we have to talk about capitalism and how it's like, as long as we have insecurities, they're gonna fucking monetize off of that. There's always something to fix. You just have to pay for it. And then when we do fix it, I feel like it's to, whether consciously or subconsciously, it's to adhere to the male gaze because we don't feel good about ourselves because of the beauty standards that is set up.
Yes.
Especially, but the thing is too, is like, it's hard to like navigate it, right? Because there are some people who are like, oh, I just want to like put on makeup and like look good. And some people were just like, okay, like, for example, what I want to say was like, women of color, sometimes we have to put on a little bit more extra care into our work, into how we look, into our makeup, and how we present ourselves, because that's how we stay afloat in a society that's just constantly criticizing us or putting us to a higher standard. And so sometimes for women of color, they feel like there is no choice, where it's just kind of like, it's survival. Like, I always have to make sure that I'm putting on...
Oh, girl.
Oh!
Listen, I was talking to another girlfriend of mine about this, and I was showing her this video, and I was just like, this one girl was literally getting, like, they were tussling with her. She was getting jumped in these TikTok comments because
shit.
she was talking about how thinness is perceived. So, like, have you heard about the Danish deception?
Okay, so it's something that's popped up on my TikTok. There's a huge discourse about it.
Yes.
And I've seen opinions and people talking about it. Have I seen the original format or the original of what caused this?
I'm not listening to somebody talk for 26 parts of a video. I just don't have that kind of attention span in me. I am sorry. But my point isn't about the Danish deception, like the actual story. It's about the girl who this happened to.
Okay.
Right? So a big part of the discourse about the Danish deception is that this girl would never have gotten scammed by this guy if he was not like a tall, I'm using attractive in air quotes here, Danish, like European man, basically. Yes. And that played into why she was so willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and ended up getting scammed. But another thing was that another reason why people are so hard on this girl is they're like, well, she is whitewashed and she surrounds herself with white people and she has no black friends. So, of course, like, she got scammed because it was more important for her to keep up appearances in that circle that she was in because she had to try extra hard and had to be even better than her friends because she's black and because she is the black girl in the group of white friends. So not only does her white man have to be a white man with money, but he's a royal. He's an Olympian. He is an exceptional top tier white man that, and being attached to that is supposed to elevate her
Right.
and her friend circle of white girls
Yes.
who are probably also marrying pretty well,
Yeah.
right? So one thing that this girl said that she got dragged for, and I wish I had saved this video, but basically paraphrasing, is like, you can tell that Onyeka, who's the girl from the Danish Deception, doesn't have any black friends, not just from, you know, her mannerisms, whatever, people are dragging her, they're like, oh, the way she tucks her braids behind her ears, the way she does this and that, but she's just like, she's super fit. Like, she has a perfect, like, Pilates body, like, straight shoulders, collarbones, abs, like, super slim, long limbs, and all of that, and she's just like, as a black girl who works in corporate, I can see girls like her a mile away, because it takes that extra bit of effort to fit into those circles.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, what do you mean by that? And then she was basically like, if you see a skinny black girl who presents a certain way, you know that she's gonna basically be one of these girls. And I got offended because, like, I don't consider myself skinny. I think I'm more, like, slim. But as I was reading her comment, I was kind of just like, you know what? I do panic a little bit when I gain a bit of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that obviously my appearance is very important in how I navigate the world as a black woman, but I also know that the thinness predicates the basis of my perceived attractiveness in how I present myself, right?
Yeah.
So I had to be like, I literally was going down this rabbit hole of reading all these comments of people arguing back and forth. Is like, is it important to be skinny as a black girl? Or like, how is thinness different in the black community or whatever? And I'm just like, oh my God, do I have an eating disorder? Like, I don't think. I did spiral a little bit, but I was just like, do I view my body and my slimness as a currency that I feel like I need to work on and maintain as a black woman in order to get, like, I'm not saying I'm getting outrageous pretty privilege out in the world, but I do know that a lot of the things that I have accomplished and am going to accomplish are going to be predicated on how I look, especially because I'm black.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, does that play a role in how I perceive myself and how I try to present myself? And absolutely. And is weight a big part of that? And is my fear of gaining weight wrapped up in all of that? Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So, as somebody who loves to be like, oh, you know, I don't give a, like, I do actually, and I don't want to act like, oh, you know, like, I just do whatever. No. Like, I would say I work pretty fucking hard to keep my body the way it is.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like, I was like, do I love working out? I mean, I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Like, I like it when I'm doing it, but, like,
leading up to it?
would I rather not have to? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. If my body looks a little bit different than what I'm used to it looking, like, girl, I bought a bunch of clothes for my vacation, and then I started doing all this research on Thailand and the shopping there, and now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bring 4 outfits, and then I'm gonna do the rest of the shopping when I get there.
Yeah.
But I bought a bunch of clothes, and mind you, it was the first day of my period, but I hadn't gotten it yet, and I had forgotten that I was having it. And I'm trying on these dresses, and bitch, like, I'm so bloated. I was just like, oh my God, I'm, like, barrel-tummied. I look pregnant. I'm, like, on the verge of tears, because I'm just like, I bought these, obviously, Black Friday. I bought this stuff on sale. I can't return it, and it's not fitting the way that it should, and oh my God, and I'm like, like, I need to, like, go on my elliptical right now. Like, I'm spiraling, whatever. Then I took a nap, woke up, had my period. I was like, okay, that explains some things. So then I waited a couple of days, tried my clothes again. Fit perfect, like a glove. So cute. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, spiraled and had this meltdown for nothing.
Everything's right with the world now.
But like, I'm still look at myself and I was like, objectively, I think I'm an attractive person. Like, I find myself pretty and I like the way I look. But given the resources, would I still have work done? Yes. But why?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
With myself. But there's always that nagging little voice that's just like, well, a little bit of this wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. And it's such a hard thing to navigate because, again, it's like, how do I know that the choices that I'm making for myself are not male-centered? Like,
yes.
How do I not know that I'm trying to survive in this white-dominated patriarchy? Like, how do I know? And
I'm just like, that's basically what you're saying is totally right. I'm trying to survive.
Yes.
I'm trying to survive, but now I'm also internalizing that. Like, okay, here's my thing. I am really into, and don't judge me, but I'm really into, like, the bimbo aesthetic. Like,
Okay.
I am super into, like, big boobs, big hair, like, basically think, like, 90s Pam Anderson.
We love that.
I
Messy
do.
top bun, smoky eye, little tight dress, big boobs.
Like, frosty lip, like, a little bit trashy with the aesthetics.
Yes.
I love that. But I would never present myself that way because I don't like the kind of men that attracts.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I would love to have that be my everyday look. Because you knew me in high school. You know, everything was tits up and out.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
The best time to have that out.
Literally. I was just like, no matter what the occasion is.
The titties were sky high.
I'm serving tits.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
And then as I grew up, I became, like, at that point in life, like, we're just around guys our own age, so it's like whatever. But as I got older and was more out in the world, I started to realize that, like, there's, like, different men that are, like, drawn to that. And then I started to realize that, like, having that aesthetic was more intimidating to just, like, normal everyday guys. But there was a certain kind of guy that was, like, catnip for them.
Yes, yeah.
And I got so grossed out and turned off that I went the complete other way. I became a nun, and I was just like, the turtleneck is my signature look.
Yeah. We love it.
Meanwhile, my boobs still look massive in turtlenecks, so...
I find boobs look bigger in turtlenecks, as if we're gonna be honest.
They do. I don't know what it is about them, but they're really just out here, like, boing, 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 boing.
Yeah.
Like... But at least there's no skin showing, so I don't feel as exposed, and therefore, like, not as uncomfortable.
And it's really common to feel like when you think that you're trying to go the opposite way and do something for yourself and do something that's, like, not to adhere to the male gaze, and sometimes people label it now as the female gaze, when women are like, I don't dress for the male gaze, I dress for the female gaze. But there are some times where I've seen men, like, I've overheard the conversation where men are just like, she's trying so hard to pretend that she doesn't want a man's opinion, but she does. Or there are some men who are like, right? There's some men who are still predatory in that sense, where even when you're telling yourself this is not for a man, it's just like, I've seen them, I've heard them, even if I wasn't part of the conversation, I've heard them be like, you're trying so hard to act like you don't want a man, but you do. And like, I've heard them be like, all you need is some good dick and blah, blah, blah.
It's like
some of the shit they
maybe
say is fucked up.
do, but I know you ain't got it. I can tell.
Like, even, like, I had this one friend when I'd hang out with her all the time. Like, this is, like, a little bit different, but she was bi. And there was a lot of men who didn't believe that she was bisexual and that she was currently dating a woman. And whenever they'd be like, there's no way that you're bi or that you're currently dating a woman.
Was she a lipstick lesbian?
Like, yeah, I would say so. She was very feminine presenting for sure.
Yeah, so they're just like, no. Like, unless you're, like, some big, like, tomboy, they're just like... Oh no, why you dressed like that then? I don't know, bitch. Maybe because it's my personal style.
Yeah. But they would still feel like, I would literally hear them be like, hey, you don't like women. All you need is good dick. All you need is a good man. And, like, you'll be fine. Like, and they would use that as, like, their way to try to lure her in, and she'd be like, what is it about? Like, what are you not understanding? I'm not interested in you. I'm literally in a relationship with a woman right now. What the fuck are you doing? But it's almost like they felt like it was a fucking challenge. And there was like one year where I like hate saying this, but like he wasn't even like my friend. It was like a friend of a friend of a friend that came, and we were going to Pride one year in Toronto, and this friend of a friend of a friend that I'm like not close with ended up coming, and then he's like, yo, like, can't wait to go to Pride and like see some hot lesbians. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you preying on women that are not fucking
interested
in you?
Oh my god.
They're not sexually attracted to you. What? But what is it about that is fucking hot to you? You are like, do you not take it seriously? I don't understand. So there's just always
Men
like, this
are
weird...
deranged.
They are. So it's just also like, ugh, I don't know. It's just so hard because it's like, how do you navigate this? Like, how are you doing the work and calling yourself out and making sure that you're actually like you are tearing down that internalized male gaze, that internalized misogyny? Like, how do you really know that you're fucking free from the patriarchy and the male gaze? Like, how do we know? Like, you don't. Because there's layers to it. When you break, it's like an onion, and when you get rid of that one layer, there's probably 5 more underneath it.
Oh god.
It's like, are we ever going to be free of it? Yeah. But it's just like, it's just a hard conversation, but that's just
back to the plastic surgery. Like, girl, I'm spiraling now.
I know, and it's hard because it's like, I want a boob job eventually. Like, I have big boobs, guys, but like, they're not gonna stay perky forever.
She has huge boobs. Not like I have big boobs. Nicole has huge boobs.
And they're not going to stay perky forever. And I do want to get a boob job. But then, like, of course, this conversation, this narrative, like, this idea gets into my head. And I'm like, oh my God, like, who am I doing this for? Like, I have to, like, ask myself, like, is this really for me? Am I really going to feel comfortable in my skin for who? For who? Like, who has instilled that idea into my head that this is actually for me? So... anyways, yeah, it's
the same thing.
It makes your brain hurt a little bit.
It does, because I just started thinking about how, like, I was talking to one of my friends about not wanting kids, and I'm just like, I'm still like 50-50. I'm like, okay, it definitely will have more to do with my partner and whether I can see myself raising children with him. Than anything else. But I'm like, I don't have that pull and urge. Like, I like kids and I feel like I'd be a good mom, but I don't have this deep desire to have a kid, right?
Yeah.
And my friend was just like, straight up, I don't want to have kids because I don't want to be pregnant and I don't want to get fat and I don't want my body to change like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking valid too, because there's nothing worse than the stories you hear about people whose partners stop being attracted to them after they have their kids.
Yeah.
It's just like, not only because now it's like you're a mom and they have all these weird hang-ups about sex and motherhood and not wanting to like desecrate you in any way because you're a mother now or whatever, but also it has to do with the fact that your body's going to change and it might not bounce back fast enough or bounce back to what it was before, and now all of a sudden they're not attracted to you anymore and you're just in a relationship with deadbed.
Yeah.
And if you didn't really want to have a kid and weren't super sold on having a kid in the first place, then who are you going to blame for the downfall of that relationship?
Yep.
Because who caused your body to change like that? It's fucked up, but at the same time, now you want to have a mommy makeover. Who are you doing it for? Is it because you want to feel the way that you felt before?
Yeah, do we feel valid by being sexualized? Is that our only time we feel valid and feel worthy? A lot of the
times it is.
Yeah, and it sucks, and it's just like, ugh, I don't know. I don't want to be sexualized, but do I? Because that also makes me feel good about myself. But then it's just like, it goes back to our original conversation where it's like,
here is the thing that I had to think about. I'm like, because obviously you've seen those signs where it's just like, if you're ugly, it's harassment.
That's so fucking weird.
It's like women only want to be validated by good-looking men.
Yeah.
Right? So if the question was like, would you rather have 100 ugly guys compliment you and hit on you, or have no compliments at all ever in your life, what would you choose?
Oh my god, I would go with the compliments.
Exactly.
I would. Like, because you know when they say they're just like words have power, right? If you could be the smartest person ever, but if somebody is insulting you every day and calling you stupid, you're eventually going to believe that. You're actually going to start feeling like maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not smart, maybe I'm not intelligent, I don't know what I'm doing. And I feel like not receiving anything could be just as
detrimental
as that. Exactly. Sometimes
it's
it's nice to get that external validation. I know. But then it's just like, then it goes back on what I said, and it's just like I don't want male validation. But then it's also like I can call myself out on it, and I can say like as a human, like that would probably affect me mentally.
It's true,
right?
Because I'm not gonna lie. Like, as much as I love myself and I like the way I look mostly, like everyone has their little things. Like, oh my god, I was recording. By the way, I have been trying to make contact for TikTok.
How's it going?
It's all right. I'll show you some of the videos after we're done recording. But I was recording the videos and I was like, oh, like my face is really asymmetric. I did not realize that. And I mean, it's asymmetric. It's not like I'm like, guys, it's not like I'm a fucking Picasso and like my one eye is higher than the other or anything like that. But
like wrong turn. Like
you fucking bitch.
When his face does not look like that, okay? But
I realized that like I have the apple of my cheeks on the left side of my face is like really prominent. And I already knew like one of my front two teeth is like slightly chipped. But I was looking at it and at first I was just like, oh my god, like I'm ugly.
Oh fuck.
But then I watched the videos a couple of times and I was like, oh, like it's actually like really cute and quirky. Like I don't mind. But like I was looking at that, but then also I took a video with my front camera and I looked like that, but then I took a video with my Snapchat camera and the camera depth there is different. Like the lens depth is different for that camera, and I looked like the way I typically see myself looking in the mirror. So it was just a weird experience to be like, okay, like we really, now I understand why people have fucking body dysmorphia, because you really can't tell what the fuck you look like with these damn phones.
Yes, and there's something about the iPhone camera which is like really humbling. Like it just really does not make you feel good about yourself. I remember when like
they're doing it on purpose so
like,
you can go get plastic surgery.
I remember when like Instagram was like at its peak and everybody actually cared about like posts and comments and engagement and posting stories and making sure that if you're uploading a picture on your Instagram that you're not wearing the same outfit. Like,
oh my god.
And I remember when I used to take my selfies, I'm like, it has to be on the Snapchat camera because there's just something about the iPhone camera that literally makes me feel so bad about myself.
It's doing you dirty.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way my phone is literally my own phone is bullying me. Like, we're not doing this. We're just going to take the selfies on the Snapchat camera.
Not bullying you. Don't kill me. So, honestly, you have left me with a lot to think about, girl. Like,
sorry.
I'm just like...
that was a hard one at the...
yeah, bitch. Like, you just dropped a bomb on this whole episode.
Well, I'm definitely going to go read The Robber Bride after.
So good.
Yes.
I should reread it because really, what the fuck was I doing reading that book for an independent study when I was 16 years old? Like, what do I know about this shit? These bitches were in their 30s.
Yeah.
That one bitch, basically, this book is about these three different women that tell a story about a period in their lives after encountering their one friend from university that ran through all their fucking husbands.
What?
You didn't know that? So
no, because the robber bridegroom is from the Brothers Grimm, like I said, And it's about an evil groom who lures 3 maidens into his lair and devours them one by one. So some people were like, that's what her book, The Robber Bride, was inspired by.
No,
But I
girl.
didn't know it was about a girl.
Girl, basically,
I was way off then.
From
Okay.
what I remember about this book,
And you read this when you were 16.
yes. I also did the Hotel New Hampshire for independent study in grade 10. I was just reading wild shit in high school that I had no business reading. I don't know why I was reading fucking Mordecai Richler and John Irving at 15 and 16 years old, but alas, here we are. So basically, I think Xenia was the woman's name. Basically, I think she ended up being a reporter or a journalist or something that, like, went abroad on an assignment in Afghanistan and, like, never came back. Mm-hmm. And the 3 protagonists of the book are 3 friends who are meeting up for lunch in a cafe because one of them, like, Xenia went on an assignment, went missing overseas. One of them calls up the other 3 friends, and they haven't spoken to each other for years because they kind of, like, lost contact after all this shit happened. Because she swears that she, like, ran into her on the street. So she calls her other friends, and she was just like, I need you bitches to, like, meet up with me because I need to tell you the tea on this bitch Xenia. And then they're like, what are you talking about? Isn't she dead? And then she's like, no bitch, because I just saw her ass in the street. And they're like, oh hell no. So then they all meet up, and the whole book is them catching up and telling the story of basically why they lost touch, how they lost touch, and how it had to do with the fact that Xenia at some point in the 20 or something odd years that they had not seen each other, had initiated relationships with each of their spouses, respective spouses, and, like, taken them from these women at some point within those 20 years.
Holy shit. And then do we ever get a perspective of Xenia, maybe?
No.
Or no? Oh.
No, we never get her point of view.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that book's pretty good. It's fucked up, though.
Okay, I'm excited then. I'm gonna add that on my TBR. Oh my god.
But yeah, I had no business reading this at 16.
That's fucking hilarious. There's a lot of things that we had no business doing.
Or reading. Like, why were we all...
Reading, drinking, smoking at 16.
Why were we all reading
we were too grown for 16.
Flowers in the Attic at 12? I swear everybody read Flowers in the Attic at grade 7. It's a rite of passage.
Okay, I feel like...
You never read it.
I never read it.
Girl, you need to read it.
And I feel like I need to because, like you said, it's a rite of passage. That one in Lord of the Flies, like, when they dropped that boulder on that boy's head.
Oh my god, Piggy.
It was not okay.
I read...
And Animal Farm. Did you ever read Animal Farm?
No, but I watched the animated movie with my mom.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But I read Lord of the Flies for school in, like, grade 8 or something.
Yeah, I'm writing a report on that and then having to watch the movie. Yeah, it was sad. I can't believe they had us watching that when we were kids.
I loved all the movies. First of all, I was like, somebody with siblings in grade school, ask them if they still make you guys watch The Outsiders in, like, grade 7.
I was just about to say The Outsiders. I don't remember
Everyone
it.
had a favorite.
I just remember loving it, and I don't know why. Like, it's just so,
because
like...
all the guys were hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And everyone just picked their favorite.
Yeah, that's what it was. That I remember.
How do you like... Oh, I like Pony Boy.
I forgot which one was my favorite, but I just remember, like, loving
okay,
that.
let me tell you the lineup, because I remember
Okay,
everyone.
okay,
so you had Pony Boy, who was the protagonist. That was C. Thomas Howell.
Mm-hmm.
He was cute, you know, and whatever. And then you had the oldest brother. I don't remember what his name was. I think it was Derry, short for Daryl or something. Oldest brother, Patrick Swayze. Mm-hmm. Middle brother, Rob Lowe. And then Pony Boy was the youngest. Then their friend, Johnny, was Ralph Macchio from The Karate Kid. Mm-hmm. And then their, like, bad boyfriend, who was my favorite, was Dally, who was Matt Dillon. Like,
Oh,
young
okay.
Matt Dillon. Oh my fucking god. He was so sexy in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon with his fucking little greaser leather jacket and that cigarette behind his ear.
Oh, yes, yes. Obsessed.
Oh my god. Anyway. I was like, yep, I like bad boys. My Venus in Aries is singing right now.
I know, we're all like fucking little girls and we're just like, I like bad boys.
Yes. And I'm fucking 12 years old. I like that one.
I want my boyfriend to have a leather jacket.
I want my boyfriend to have a leather jacket and abs.
And smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so Aries coded.
Okay,
actually.
but like, don't laugh at me.
Okay.
But my grade 7 boyfriend, if you're out there, fucking call me. But like, he had a leather jacket and abs and smoked cigarettes, and we were in grade 7.
Oh my fucking god.
But he was a year older, but he like got held back a grade, so he was like a real bad boy.
Damn. You did like, girl.
Yeah, I'm true to this. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It's written in the stars. Astrology doesn't lie.
Nope.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Well, that was a fucking good episode. I'm happy with the shit that we covered.
Me too.
Yeah, it was a good banter.
Look at that, another 2-hour mini-sode, Nicole.
I cursed us when I said mini-sode. And luckily me and Winnie didn't get too drunk, even though...
we only had one. Like,
yeah,
we
but the
actually...
margaritas were fucking good. Like, we'll probably have another one
after?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm like, I want another one, but I didn't want to interrupt the episode, but it's probably why we got through it in this time. If we had drank more, this would be a 3-hour fucking episode.
Absolutely, absolutely. We stayed on track.
Yeah, we did.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. We did something different. We drank something different. We spoke about something different. It's so nice to, like, change it up a little bit. I love that. So, I don't know. Anything else you want to add before we sign off?
No, I'm done talking to you guys. Like, it's been too much.
Yeah. When he's like, I'm done.
We
guys,
have other stuff to talk about, guys, that we can't talk about on the podcast because we don't want to expose anyone or get anybody mad at us. So, like, we really have to gossip.
Yes,
so, we need to sign off.
Yes, we're going to be talking. We're going to be continuing to talk shit right after this episode. So, with that being said, we love having you guys around. Make sure you give us a follow at Winestrology. Like Winnie said, we have some TikTok videos coming up soon. She has some stuff in the drafts. You can follow us on TikTok and look out for any videos that we're going to have coming out soon. It's going to be at Winestrology Pod. And of course, email us if you guys want to say hi, want us to cover any episode topics or cover any wines. You can email us at hello@winestrology.com. And we'll catch you guys soon. And as always, stay tipsy.